This is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. Today is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. We're exactly 1 week after Election Day here in the United States, and we are open for business. Yesterday was insane. We open at 9 a.m. here. We're Monday through Friday, we're 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday is 9 to 2. Let's get that out of the way now. Between 9 and 10 a.m. yesterday, we did just an amazing amount of buying, and we greatly appreciate that, folks. And let's keep it going. Let's do it again today. I think we're probably going to, given what's going on with the markets. So I thought we would do an update with premiums. I changed one premium just to make things a lot simpler for you guys and gals, and Tim and I here in the shop and the other workers here in the shop. So we're kind of dumbing down things a little bit here at Vermillion Enterprises with premiums with regards to silver. We'll go over that here in a minute. And because right now it's definitely shifted into where it's definitely mostly people selling. So, which is understandable, especially due to the geographical issues that we got here in Florida. Oh, Hurricane Sarah on the way.
Sheesh.
I know. It's brutal, man. So, we're going through hurricane damage, trying to rebuild after that as an area here, not just we being us here at Vermillion Enterprises, but Florida in general. Everyone just got hit with the real estate tax bills, and insurance is just dumb right now. I just got hit with another insurance audit for my general liability. That will be the second general liability insurance audit I'm having in this year, Tim. Last time they got me for an extra $8,000. That was in March. So they got me for $8,000 there. We'll see what this audit. I'm sure they'll try to steal another $8,000 from me.
Oy.
I know it's beyond frustrating. So, but yeah, that's what we're going through. I'm going through. This will be my. What is going on there? What is? I think we just got Zuckerberg. My computer just started talking to us. I got literally nothing open. What is going on here?
I don't know, but something kills up to 12 mice.
Yeah. What are you doing, Tim? We're definitely getting Zuckerberg here. Either the Chinese or Zuck got us. All right, so what were we talking about? Insurance. This is either the fourth or fifth audit of various types that I'll be going through in 2024. The stress of operating a business in America in 2024 going into 2025 is just, it is crushing. So we've gone through so many audits here in 2024, whether it's insurance or governmental. I've lost count. Isn't that insane?
Yes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yes. Just to turn on the fucking lights, I got to go through all this. It is, it's brutal. So, it is what it is, though. So we're going to run down our premiums again. This time we're going to remember to hit foreign gold. We forgot about that yesterday. And so without further ado, let's jump in here, Tim. Fractional foreign gold eagles, we're buying at melt plus 4%, selling at melt plus 11%. That's for 1/10 ounce. Quarter ounce gold eagles, we're buying at melt plus 2%, selling at melt plus 9%. And half ounce gold eagles, we're buying at melt, selling at melt plus 7%. So that is no changes there, fractional gold eagles. That's for all BU retail friendly material, of course, not jewelry grade, not pocket pieces. So BU retail friendly material, those are our buy sell prices. 1 ounce gold buffaloes, 1 ounce gold eagles, we're buying at spot, selling at spot plus 4%. Still got a couple buffaloes on hand, as you can see. Plenty of gold eagles on hand. We're definitely keeping those well stocked for you guys and gals. Again, that's for BU retail friendly material. All right, and foreign gold and gold bars up to 1 ounce, we buy at 98% of spot or 98% of melt. This includes your gold maple leafs, Krugerrands, pandas, kangaroos, koalas, libertads, all that type of good stuff. pesos, ducats, sovereigns, francs, marks, all that good type of material. 98% of spot or 98% of melt, whichever makes sense for you guys and gals, depending on what you are buying or selling. So if you're unsure about how to calculate the melt value of gold or silver fractional precious metals versus the spot price, when to use one over the other, please check out the video that Tim has pinned to the top of this channel and also embedded as a link in the description of this video. And of course, that includes bars up to a 1 ounce in size. Went through a bunch of these again yesterday. Slab Morgan silver dollars, great stocking stuffers. Common date 1878 to 1904 Morgan silver dollars. Graded by our friends at NGC or PCGS as MS63s, we're selling at 70. MS64s, we're selling at 90. MS65s, we're selling at 165. And this is going to be for random common date Morgan silver dollars. This excludes the 1921s. This excludes any annex or ICG graded material. This is all NGC or PCGS graded material. And it's going to be random dates. You're going to see various levels of toning on these coins, and you're going to see various generational holders. All right, here's the change in what we're doing with silver. Generic silver and junk 90. We are buying at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce, and we're selling it all at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce. So this should just simplify things across the board. Agree, Tim?
Agreed.
All right, so if it's junk 90, so 1964 and before, or if it's generic silver, whether it's 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce, kilos, 100 ounce, it's just spot minus $1 per ounce is what we're buying it, and we're selling it for spot plus 50 cents per ounce. This has basically gotten to the point now where we are just largely, I'm going to say 80 to 90% of the business that we're doing at this point is buying from the public. And so we're just pretty much going to go on with that mindset until things change here, with the idea that most of the stuff's going to go to the refineries. So, if you want to buy stuff, great. We'll be happy to help. We definitely got inventory in stock. We got a good amount of inventory right now, especially with silver. So if you want stuff, please reach out to the shop. We'll be happy to help. But just across the board, generic silver, junk 90s plus 50 cents per ounce. Hopefully that will help just make things simpler for everybody, including Tim on the phones.
Bada bing, bada boom.
If we're selling generic silver through the mail, please understand that's a 20 ounce minimum order. Junk 90s a 30 face minimum order. And then on that note, with Silver Eagles, 20 ounce minimum order on Silver Eagles. We have off quality Silver Eagles still in play. We buy these at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce, and we sell them for the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. If you want us to ship them, please, 20 ounce minimum order. If you want to come in the shop, you can buy as few or as many as you like, no problems there. What does off quality mean for these? It means basically coins that are have milk spots, surface abrasions, overtoning, colorized material we just don't consider retail friendly. And so if you have retail friendly material, we buy these at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. So that's going to be solid date tubes of 20 that are retail friendly. So there are no milk spots, they're not overtoned, not scruffy, scratch, colorized. Solid date tubes. So meaning you have a tube of 20 of the same date. So for example, that tube in front of you there is all 2024s. All same date, not milky, not scratched up. What we consider retail friendly. Anything you need to add there, Tim?
Nope.
All right, so we do ship throughout the country. We ship via USPS or FedEx, depending on what's going on with the package. Most of the time, given the price of gold right now, a lot more FedEx packages going out than USPS. But that is what determines whether it goes USPS or FedEx, is the value of the package. We accept payment via cash, wire, Zelle, personal checks up to $5,000 with an up to 2-week hold. And we also accept scrap gold and scrap silver metal as payment for stackable precious metals. So if you got old 10 karat gold, 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold, 22 karat gold jewelry laying around, and that's just, you don't wear it anymore, it's broken, you can't wear it, you outgrown it, you don't like it, whatever, it's from your least favorite ex, we will be happy to turn it into cash for you. We pay 90% of value on carried gold, or you can put that towards the purchase of stackable precious metals at 90% of the conversion rate. We also do the same thing with sterling silver flatware, hollowware, tableware, tea sets, and sterling silver rounds. So if you have that type of material, we will buy it or convert it at 90% of the value and either cash you out or apply that towards the purchase of stackable precious metals. What determines the value is the purity of the metal, the weight of the metal, and then also the price of gold or silver at the time of arrival. These are considered secondhand goods in the state of Florida. State of Florida has licensed us as secondhand dealers, and so we do have to have a copy of your driver's license or state ID card along with the purchase. So if you're mailing it in, please include that with your package. Or if you are coming into the shop, just make sure you have that handy because we will require that at the time of the transaction. Anything we need to add there, Tim?
Nope.
All right. So every day, especially since right before the election and since the election, I'm being asked multiple times a day, where do I think the price of gold and silver is going? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know that any more than you guys and gals out there in YouTube land. What I do believe is it going to be extraordinarily volatile as it has been. And so I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who runs one of the APs. And that's if you're not familiar with what AP means, that's an authorized purchaser from the U.S. Mint. So they are allowed to buy bullion in bulk direct from the U.S. Mint. And so they're what we consider one of the big players in the industry. And he said that they are expecting in-house for gold to settle around 2,200 to 2,300 here in the near future. That's kind of what they're expecting on their end, and then silver to be in that $25 to $28 range. That puts it back in that 85 to 1 ratio, which kind of seems to be the average when things are all quiet on the front in the way of instability in the world. So that's what they're expecting in-house, and I can see that. That doesn't feel wrong in any sense. I kind of see it maybe as even a little bit more downward pressure, because in the world things got crazy, in my opinion at least, when COVID hit. And so that was the end of 2019, early 2020, and then of course we had the whatever you want to call the Joe Biden, Donald Trump election, all the fallout from that, and then since then the world has really gone upside down, if you will, with inflation, with the 2 wars that we got going on right now, which has obviously placed heavy upward pressure on the gold and silver. But if you look back to what gold was before all that happened, so basically 5 years ago, if you look back at what gold was at that point, and come on in here, I'll pull this up on Kiko. Make sure you really get in there, Tim. All right, you can see that in November of 2019, gold was somewhere just under $1,500 an ounce. Do I think it's going to go back to under $1,500 per ounce? No, I don't, but I can definitely see getting back to the 2,000 range. Look, all the way through 2020 through 2022, we were sitting in that $1,800 to $1,900 range. That kind of seems right to me. If the situation in the Middle East and Ukraine gets settled and settled relatively quickly, you're going to see huge downward pressure on precious metals. That just stands the test of time with how metals react to war and violent uncertainty in the world. If those things quiet down or go away, get resolved, whatever, you're going to see huge downward pressure. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is in the next 12 months to see that $1,800, $1,900 gold. That's what makes sense to me. $2,200 gold, which my buddy at the refinery thinks makes sense for them. That's very easily obtainable. I mean, gold has dropped, what, $170 in the last week?
Yeah.
I mean, thereabouts, maybe a little off on that. Gold right now is sitting around $2,600 per ounce. Silver is just north of $30 per ounce. I think it's like 30.4 right now, in that ballpark. So, I mean, you look at this graph, I mean, you can see it just skyrocketed up here in November 23, which is what happened. I think that's kind of when the Israel situation fell apart, and also, Ukraine situation was ramping up. If those things settle down, well, we're definitely going to see downward movement. Will it get back to these levels? Probably. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think if things really do quiet down on those two military fronts, you're going to see the central banks sell off a lot of gold. I mean, it would be smart business, right, to get rid of it while it's high. But, and then buy back when it's cheap or cheaper. But, I mean, so I get asked this literally multiple times a day, like straight up multiple times a day. What is going to happen with gold and silver? And of course, I have no crystal ball. This is just my opinion. But so I think that 85 to 1 gold to silver ratio is kind of here to stay, at least in these times. So if gold went back to, let's say, $2,000 per ounce, let's say 2,200. Divide that by 85. Yeah, that puts silver around $26 per ounce. If it goes to 2,000, divide that by 85, that puts silver around $23 to $24 per ounce. And if gold gets back into this range, which it was there not too long ago, this $1,800 to $1,900 range, let's put $1,850, divide that by 85, that puts silver somewhere around $22 an ounce. That seems right to me. Especially with the glut of silver that's available out there. The thing about industry is it's always advancing. It's always trying to use cheaper material to achieve the same goal. We saw that with platinum. That's why platinum's so cheap. Is automobile industry has gotten away from using it as in automobile parts. So it's as industry moves forward, it's going to try to find cheaper solutions to fix their problems. And if they can find something cheaper than silver to use, they'll do it. So that's just the way I think it's going. I think we'll get back into this range right here. But again, that's one man's opinion. What do you think about that, Tim?
That makes sense to me.
It looks right?
It looks like a level that it likes.
Yeah, it looks like a level that it likes over the last 4 to 5 years. We had our blip here, which has been great for stackers. And, if the writing's on the wall with Ukraine and with the situation in the Middle East, which hopefully, just for humanitarian sakes, they get that figured out ASAP, metal should come back down. That's my opinion on it, at least. So, and I think, silver being in the low 20s, gold being just under 2,000 makes sense. It just seems to fit right. So we'll see. I'm probably going to get a ton of hate for that, but that's kind of my opinion. What do you think, Tim? Am I going to get a lot of hate?
Get your haterade ready.
Haters going to hate, right? Hate the game, not the player, Tim. All right, folks. This is a tremendous amount of business yesterday. I greatly appreciate that. Just unbelievable what the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. hour looked like yesterday. Piles on top of piles. We really appreciate that. We're open for business. We are not undercapitalized. We are ready to go. If you guys are ready, we're ready. We'll be happy to help any way that we can. If you are looking to stack, please reach out to the shop. If you think everything I just said is just a bunch of bunk, we'll be happy to sell you whatever you like. And we're here for you. If you need money to help fix the hurricane debacle, please reach out to the shop. We'll be happy to help. And of course, I know it's tax time. We got all our taxes in, got all our checks sent out. That was fun. And of course, here in Vermillion Enterprises, it's audit time again. So I'll be dealing with that nonsense over the next probably 2 weeks. So fun times there. And at some point in time, though, it is kind of cathartic, Tim. because I literally have no reserve from unabashedly talking to these people with no filter. So I let them know my true feelings up front, what I think about them as individuals, what I think about them as an industry. It's fun. And at the end of the day, they get my money, so they win, and I get to blow off a little bit of steam. What do you think about that, Tim?
That sounds like a win-lose scenario, but it's still a small win.
They win, they get my money, and then I get to tell them how I feel about them. So, and then they'll come back in probably March and get another $8,000 off of me. So
you're gonna have to switch to homemade coffee.
I might have to. The insurance guys are gonna make me stop drinking Starbucks. Good times. Well, hey, we're here for you. Anything we can do for you guys and gals, please let us know. We'll be happy to help. Enjoy your day, guys. Thank you.